drafted in this video series.
So, okay, this pack is actually
pretty reasonable.
There is a crystal ball that will help us for the more colors. There is a giant spider that is probably the best green creature.
And we have an active treason to go with active treason plant.
Well, the active treason is probably not the choice here.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's not better than giant spider or crystal ball. I think it comes down to giant spider or crystal ball.
I probably will go for the crystal ball just because we have more colors to go work with.
We already
Edwin really likes this crystal balls.
I like those.
I'm actually not a fan of it.
But we already have 12 creatures right now. I mean, and it's the start of pack 3. Our creatures are not the worst right now, and we can find more creatures in the rest of this pack. I think taking the crystal ball here is correct.
Alright, fine. You're passing my favorite creature.
I agree, I like the giant spider a lot, but I don't think I like it more than crystal ball.
Okay, let's see this pack. There is this another blue card that we can splash for, which is Iron Servant.
Oh, we're letting Edwin
there's another 4C again.
Now here's the question. Would you rather splash the blue cards over the Doomblade at this point?
You might just play both. You might just play everything here.
I think the best card is actually take the 4C here, even though the Iron Servant is probably winning condition by itself.
Yeah, we have other things that we can win with.
Yes, because the more colors that we have, the 4C is actually definitely a way better choice.
So we're going 4C?
4C, well, the choice is between 4C and the Iron Servant.
Yeah, none of those green cards are exciting. The Azure Drake's not as good as either the 4C or the Air Servant.
Yes.
I think the 4C is...
It's very likely we're going to splash for 2 blue cards here. And the choice is double 4C or 4C and Iron Servant. My call is double 4C.
I agree. I think 4C is the card to take.
Okay. Wow.
Well, you're taking the Overwhelming Stampede.
Yeah.
You cannot possibly pass it. I remember Charlie took
this
White
pack
Knight over
has
that was
a
terrible.
Cultivate and also a Blinding Mage.
Wow.
Well, you can't do anything about the Blinding Mage.
The Blinding Mage doesn't have... Yeah, the person
we can't
more
take Cultivate here either.
Yes.
It's Overwhelming Stampede. There's no choice. Just click it and
I'm
go
so
on.
surprised that the person on our right, or at least 2 seats to our right, is not in white, or maybe like passing Blinding Mages. Like, what's missing here? Uncommons are all here. What was he taking?
It doesn't really matter. Just click the Overwhelming Stampede.
There are multiple commons missing.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, like a Changer's Outrage.
There's a giant spider.
There's a giant spider in there. How many creatures do we have? Still 12?
Alright, I'm gonna hide these flings for right now. Are they that good in our deck?
Hide at least 2 of them.
Just leave them there. Leave there for now, whatever.
Okay.
It's not important.
Are we really?
We're hiding this back to nature.
Whatever.
I think Changer's Outrage is
I think Changer's Outrage is better than Giant Spider. We don't need that many creatures. It makes Overwhelming.
Oh my god, here is the Shrill Umbrus where we're talking about.
Wait. Are you sure you want to take it over Silver Ranger?
There are 2 choices, as I said. The Shrill Umbrus and the Silver Ranger.
Silver Ranger lets us splash all the cards we want right now, but we have 1 and we have Cultivate and we have Metamorphic Expanse.
We have 4 colors.
I agree. Shiv's Embrace is still fine in this deck because of our mana fixing, but I think that it's still stronger for the fact that we have a bunch of fat guys, and letting our fat guys get into the air, especially with something stupid like Sacred Wolf, would be really game-ending really quickly.
I don't know. I think that the path we've taken, you should probably take the Sylvan Ranger.
For card advantage?
Not for card advantage,
for color fixing.
Making sure you can actually play your 4 colors.
So let's make a decision.
Cards.
What are we taking?
Sylvan Ranger.
Sure, Sylvan Ranger sounds right.
Okay, fine.
Wow, there is still a Wild Griffin there.
Well, there's nothing you can do about that. The only card for us is you have a Mire. There's nothing else to pick.
We could hate a card at this point.
No, we can't. We have 13 creatures.
Okay.
13 creatures are not too bad.
We think a sideboard naturalize here.
We want to make sure our
I don't think we're splashing a Scroll Thief.
We want to make sure that we have enough creatures to make the Overwhelming Stampede actually win.
Right.
I don't think we're playing all 14 of the creatures we've drafted.
Llanowar Elf is very key.
3 gift Llanowar Elves. Too bad to pass Plummet, but
yeah, but we need that for
it's really good for our deck.
This pack doesn't have anything.
Foil land. Sure. I think I just want to hate
draft the Maritime Guard?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, another wolf.
I really wish we took that Shiv's Embrace now.
Let's take the wolf.
Yeah. Well, we're taking this Sacred Wolf now.
Take the wolf.
And we're taking a sideboard Fog.
Or maybe we can take the black creature, just
take it out of the Active Treason deck.
2 and 2.
Well, clearly no one's playing the Active Treason deck because we have 3 flings. Even if they do have it, it won't be good.
Well, another problem, we only have 1 Active Treason, so the deck is not really important.
I'm fine with taking the Fog here.
Now we can
take another Fog.
Now we can take the double Fog to beat the Arc Runner deck.
Triple
Fog. Oh, that like 4 Arc Runner deck.
I actually should have taken the Demolish there in case we had to kill artifacts. But we have a naturalize.
Yeah, we have a naturalize. That's good enough.
Okay, so we're in red and green. Splash for 2 blue cards and 1 black card.
Yeah. 17 creatures. One of them is maritime guard, so that's 16 creatures, and one of them is Goblin Piker, which probably won't make it into the deck at this point.
Yeah. Alternatively, we could have had what, a Gravedigger at this point. I think this deck probably.
Well, the difference was a Gravedigger or a Cultivate, right?
Something like that.
No, a Cudgel Troll.
Yeah, it's Gravedigger versus Cudgel Troll.
So the Cudgel Troll is still the correct pick.
Yeah, in retrospect, yes.
I thought it would have probably been fine if we were black. The whole draft would have been different. We would have ended up with
one more black
Doomblade. We would have had Doomblade, Gravedigger, then Chandra's Outrage, and be still playing red.
Well, you also have to keep in mind that
sweet green.
You have to keep in mind that if we shift to Cudgel Troll, you're right. Our green, we probably wouldn't be in green. The person to our left would.
No, we'll be probably in red and black instead.
Right.
But the black doesn't have good creatures anyway.
Are we gonna potentially run this active?
The only good black card.
Yeah, probably.
I think the only good black card we passed was like a Gravedigger, and that was it.
We have a Volcanic Strike to go with the 2 Sacred Wolves at least.
Correct. I believe that will be min deck in that case.
Okay, so this is 16 creatures, still with the
27 cards.
27 cards.
I think first of all, the Yellow Worm probably will go first.
Not necessarily, but
probably
one of those 6 drops is not going to make it.
Is the Yellow Worm or the Earth Servant? Well, you're not going to cut in front of
I think Goblin Piker's getting cut. I think that's pretty safe.
Yeah. Now, I think one of the Flings is getting cut.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not actually. Well, Fling's actually pretty good in this deck.
Because of the fire breathing and big creatures?
Yeah, and if for some reason you get to Overwhelming Stampede and then Fling, it'd be brutal.
You mean we didn't kill them already?
I think that the Warlord's Axe is not going to make it into this deck.
The Warlord's Axe is actually works really well with the wall.
It makes a guy that still trades with a 2-drop.
That's true, actually.
Well, the issue
is... You can spend 10 mana and lose to Silvercoat Lion if you want.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you look closer, then we do have a lot of removals.
Yeah, but I think that we're really top heavy.
Oh wait, we're not. I didn't put the first season. Huh. That changes things.
Let's first cut Yavimaya Worm, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, we can cut Yavimaya Worm. Is Earth Servant going to be better than Yavimaya Worm in this deck?
Yeah, I think so. Because we want to be a little bit more on the back end. I don't know if we're going to be like the straight beatdown. I think we want to be like the stabilizing overrun deck. Not like the crazy not the like ridiculously fast aggro overrun deck.
I think at least one of the Fling can go. Yeah. Or maybe even both Fling and even the Octo Treason together.
I think that the Fling is gone. Well, one of the Flings at least. You're not going to play more than one in this deck. The Active Treason may not stay. I still think you should cut the Warlord's Axe. This deck has a ton of late game.
I mean, at this point,
you're not going to have time to equip it.
We're at 14 creatures right now. We can't really afford to cut too many creatures with the overwhelming stampede.
So my idea is
all those creatures.
The Fling and the Octo Treason.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Because I like having 4Cs in this deck.
Well, we have 2 4C, we're not cutting. We have 2 Chandra's Outrage, we're not cutting. We're not cutting the Crystal Bow. We're not cutting the Cultivate. We're not cutting the Doomblade. And also we're not cutting the Overrun. Then what can we cut? Octo Treason and
Well,
Fling.
we could also cut Volcanic Strike.
No, we're not cutting that because of the double wolf we have.
Edwin and his wolves.
Yes, correct.
I think that is actually correct because we can't actually cut any creatures. That's for sure. We can't. Well, the thing is we could substitute a bear for something, but it has to be another creature.
I like bears. Yeah. Lots of other people hate playing with bears,
this
but
is strictly better than Goblin Piker, and I like it more than a Yavimaya. Well, I like it more than a Yavimaya Worm. So, yeah. I mean, I'm fine.
Yeah, just cut the Fling and the Active Treason.
So yeah, our Fling plan is gone, and I mean we have 1, 2, 3 removal spells and a bunch of card advantage.
That is 23 cards at this moment with 4 cards.
Our mana's pretty decent, and our curve's not too bad.
Okay,
color-wise, that's 1 swamp and 1 island, I believe, since we have ways to search out 1.
Right. Yeah.
But the problem is if we got killed one land that we're playing, that may or may not be a little trouble.
So basically,
that's okay. Only Acidic Slime will kill our lands and is playable.
Yeah,
if someone just forces us, we're going to lose anyway.
And also, we cannot do anything to actually, put 2 lands of each just for that. That will be always our spot.
Let's see what they suggest.
That's actually pretty good. Now we probably want to play 1 more forest.
The question, but look at our double red cards. It's really
yeah. It doesn't matter. We have 3 green cards that get our red.
That's true.
So if you don't get forest, you can't win. Period. You have to play at least 8 forests.
Do we switch it around like this?
Maybe worse. Let's see. You have too much double red.
And also we do have a Fairy Hellhound that actually eats a lot of red
Yeah.
as well. And also
Inferno Titan.
the winning condition Inferno Titan.
Well, I mean, Inferno Titan doesn't need to be fire breathing, but it helps to win quickly. But again, like if you get Inferno Titan down, you should be winning already.
I guess 7-7 is still acceptable.
I think you have to play 8 forests. If you draw Sylvan Ranger and don't have forests, you're just going to lose.
Also, having more forest lets you get the nut draw more frequently of having turn 1 land war elf into something
Right.
3-drop. So
what are the double red we have? 2 Chandra's Outrage, the Inferno Titan, and the Fairy.
when I like to look at mana
and
bases,
Ember Hauler.
when I look at mana bases, you have to look at the cards that you want to play early in the other color, right? So in this case, in red, it's only Ember Hauler, which you don't have to play turn 2.
Fairy Hellhound is the only one.
Pyromancer only needs 1 red, and then the rest of the cards are sort of like this is really the only card early.
Yeah, so
that we care
can
about.
Get away with playing 6 mountains. We're
I think
done here.
You're
Sounds
right.
good.
I think this is fair. It's a little sketchy to get these out, but they're not too late. We don't
It's not
have
the
to.
worst.
Right, we don't have to run them out turn 4.
You just need one. You just need 1 forest, and hopefully you draw one of the Rangers or a Cultivate, and then you can
Right.
get double red.
Right.
It's not a problem.
So I think this is fine. 4 colors. Okay.
Let's just look one last time. Because we've got lots of time, right? Yeah.
So this is still a 17 land deck because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 other mana sources in our deck. So yeah.
And we have for our sideboard potentially Fling against.
And Crystal Ball. Our pick was Crystal Ball over Giant Spider, which Crystal Ball looks a lot better in this deck now that we have so
Well,
many
we do
bombs.
still have a little issue of dealing with flying creatures at this moment.
Yeah,
Well-
those giant spiders would help there. We just have to save removal for those things.
Right, exactly. Like if we see an Air Servant or Sarah Angel, they gotta die. But
We did pass the Sarah Angel and the Iron Servant, so
well, we can't do
keep in
anything
mind.
about that.
Yep.
Like the only option was splashing an Air Servant over 4C, and I don't think that's correct.
Okay, we do still have the option here that we do still have the Earth Servant over the Yellowman Worm.
I think if the Earth Servant's better. I like the really high toughness. My Worm lets you down quite a lot when
I agree.
it gets blocked by
Like I
something
said
smaller.
before, like I don't think this is the beatdown deck. I think this is like a stabilizing deck. This is a deck that needs to sort of trade early and finish with bombs.
Well, it's sort of down the middle. This is a mid-range deck.
Right.
It does have good late game,
Right.
though. I
But
think
it's-
you want the better late game cards.
Right,
So Earth
exactly.
Servant's better.
Exactly. And I don't like the fact that this trades with like generic dudes. So, yeah. Seems fine.